All right, guys, welcome back to the channel today. Bringing you another square body. If you've been watching and following along, you've seen we've been on fire with the square bodies recently, and we're gonna keep it going. We're getting ready to post another one. If you're watching our TikTok or our social media, Instagram, Facebook, Davis 4x4, above average trucks, you already seen this one a little bit, but I want to go over it in a little bit more detail. And it's a cool square body, so anybody that's a square body enthusiast is going to appreciate this build. This truck started off 15 years ago with a really good customer and actually a business owner right across the street from me, right over there. Owned a towing company, and he always saw our square bodies and K5s and loved them. So he was able to come across this truck, and if memory serves me, it was probably a half ton. He real quickly sourced a set of Dana 60 front and 14 bolt 1 ton axles, 456 gears. Kingpin, had them sandblasted and cleaned and rebuilt, and we sourced those underneath this truck. Well, since then it's been sitting in my garage, and I just have not used it, and it needed a lot of finishing touches. So our family body guy that has been doing work for us for 30 plus years did all the body and paint, and we sourced the parts at the time, which again was 10 to 15 years ago. And from what he remembers, we did go aftermarket with the bed sides. You're going to notice one thing: neither side of the truck have a gas door. He didn't want a gas door. He didn't want to shave the gas door. He just wanted one single tank, which is on the passenger side, and it is brand new, and it's filled from underneath the fender well right there. So a lot of y'all are gonna bark about, and that's fine, the tire and wheel combination. I had these tires and wheels off of basically a SEMA build truck, 22 by 16 specialty forged billet wheels with 40 Toyo tires. A little bit of a new school, old school look, I think. I've seen these trucks times hundreds with the boggers and the small wheels. I love it. This particular truck had 39 boggers on 18 wide, special built 3-piece real wheels at one time. But back to the body. From what he remembers, we ordered the hood, and that's a steel cowl induction hood, not fiberglass. Still latches like factory. He thinks the fenders and the doors were factory GM. I know some of the parts were factory GM. The bed sides he thinks was aftermarket. The truck just had dings and dents. It was not a rust bucket. You can see the undercarriage and the floor pans are in great shape. He did a semi-gloss finish on those. And other than just your little light corrosion, which has not been painted or undercoated, as you can see, throughout like it should be, it's solid. The chassis was all sandblasted. So what did Daniel just finish up at the off-road shop? That's what everybody's been loving, is these follow-along projects. He disc braked the rear, so its stopping ability is great. He did braided brake hoses and made all custom lines. He adjusted the rear so it had a really nice stance. I think it had a slight sag in the back, can't stand a squat. I did the exhaust not long ago. It dumps down right there. It's got a crazy good cam sound to it. I had the full interior redone a few years back. Dash is perfect. Had these little panels made, like billet aluminum panels for the door panels. Lower door panels made with some speakers. Had the seat recovered with a velour and leather. All the back right here was custom done with carpet to keep some noise down. Sound deadening material, etc. So it's doesn't drive you crazy driving it. The paint code is a Viper blue, and you can't really appreciate it without the sun being on it, but it kind of has that purplish tint, and of course it's covered in dust also. Steering components were replaced. It does have crossover steering, and it does have the off-road shop's custom made crossover track bar system with Heim joints, which bolts in just the right place so it reinforces everything and takes the place of the track bar. I also went ahead and did 1410 drive shafts. Brand new, front and back. So you will not have any vibration problems, and you will not have any throwing U-joint problems. It's got a finned aluminum pan on the transmission. Brand new set of Warren locking hubs. And really the only thing you could pick on the truck is the finish on this rear stainless is not perfect. AJ's getting ready to run it up to the shop because Daniel wants to do a couple little finishing touches on it, but got a good choppy idle to it. A little cold out here so you can see the condensation, but it does have a spray and bed liner. AJ's getting ready to run it up to the off-road shop. Daniel wants to put a couple finishing touches on it, but this thing will be ready, and I do believe I'm going to part with it. So if anybody's interested, not a tire kicker that realizes what a truck like this costs to build, and if you don't realize what a truck like this costs to build, if you could source a clean two-wheel drive body, and if you could find somebody to do all the work on it, in reality, and it's going to get a whole lot of comments here, but it's going to take you $50,000 to $75,000 to duplicate a truck like this. By the time you go through it from front to back, you do the crossover, you get the Dana 60, you get the 14 bolt, you do the body and paint, you do some drive line, you do the interior. The truck we're getting ready to bring you, the red one, interior alone, customer just spent $12,000. So I can give you a bill on that and tell you what it costs. So you do 12 there, you do another 15 in the body, you pay 15 for a truck, you got 10 in tires, wheels, and lift, and crossover steering, you got another 10 in miscellaneous, spray and bed liner, stereo equipment. What other little doodads that you tend to do? So you can do the math. If you can do the work yourself, then you'll save a little bit of money. If you pay a premium for the truck, you'll be in a little better shape. But we didn't spare any expenses on this truck, even at us doing the stuff in-house and me doing the stuff and having the right sources. You will be hard-pressed to duplicate a better looking truck. And the tag on this one will probably be around 50 grand. So if you're looking for a serious, nice square body, not a fixed up piece of junk square body, this might be the one. And I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek. This truck here sold, it was $50. The black one that you saw us just post, it was in that same budget. And we got cheaper ones by all means, but when you're talking about a real one that's been gone over and everything's 1 ton done right, you know, it's a pretty penny. Well, there's a good example right there. That blue one is definitely less expensive. All right, here's the one we've been referring to. This truck just came in and is also one fine piece of machinery, 1987, fuel injected. Started life also as a half ton, now converted with Dana 60, 16 wide wheels, 40-inch boggers that are fresh. Same deal, crossover steering, track bar system. This one has Fox shocks, ORD shackles, big rear springs. This one has also had a full interior redo, and this is the one we were referring to. He's finishing it up now. Just going over every little nook and cranny on the interior, the buttons, knobs, making sure the locks work. Silverado, Dana 60 front, 14 bolt back. Also has the conversion on the disc brakes. Spray and bed liner. And it sits tall. It's dusty, but it does definitely sit tall. This one will be finished up on the website later this afternoon. So if you're looking for a 1 ton, done, finished, AC works, heat works, every button, knob, switch, dash has been rebuilt, gauge cluster with the tack, all the good stuff. This one is ready to roll. So be sure to catch it posting up very soon.